Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Mechanicus, where I think we are in fact going to try to just end the game. I think we're going to see if we can do this final mission right now at this point, because I feel pretty powerful. If it turns out that we can't, we have a save, we can always just go back and power up a little bit more. But I want to give it a shot now. So, we have 432 Blackstone left, and that actually is enough to buy us an upgrade on either Leonardus or Menarius. I didn't realize Menarius is the lowest level, or at least tied for the lowest level in the whole crew, because he's clearly the best party member. The Dominus tree is just really, really great. So, what do we want to get an upgrade on him, or do we want to get an upgrade on Leonardus? I definitely don't need a new piece of gear, so it'd be like escape versus cleansing anointments versus servant protocol. I don't like any of those. Okay, Leonardus. Probably it's you. Where are you at here? Okay, so we can pick up enhanced weapons. Yup. Enhanced weapons on that phosphor blaster is going to be very silly. So, what do we want to do with that, then? We could take off his gamma pistol. Now that he has enhanced weapons, we just give him a flamethrower, too. He can be the area guy. And then maybe we just replace his current cognition mechadendrite with a different one, or we could put on a very basic damage buffer. Right now that he has the flamethrower and the axe, it maybe makes sense to, or maybe even we cut the mechadendrite because his is so weak anyway, and we give him the tier 2 power field generator. Yeah, that's pretty terrifying. He doesn't have any weapons that don't cost cognition to fire anymore, but that hasn't really been a concern for a while. Okay. I feel ready. I don't know if that's maybe overconfidence, but I feel ready. The tomb of Szaregon has finally been discovered. Enter the tomb and destroy Overlord Szaregon, master of the tomb complex's Necrons, and the ultimate source of the threat posed by Silva Tenebris. It is possible that this opened up because we hit a certain value on the awakening meter, like maybe when you get to 75, the final mission becomes available no matter what. It might also be based on some other metric, maybe number of missions completed, or maybe like it's keeping track of some kind of abstraction of our company power level, and once we hit that, it goes live. Who knows? Let's go after it. So remember, we're going to have to fight 2 bosses here. My guess is this is going to be 3 consecutive fights, not all the same fight. But if that's the case, we're going to want to watch our canticle usage on the first 2 bosses, because we want to have stuff left over for Szaregon. We just bring our five dudes, and then we have a ton of money left, a ton of Blackstone left. So we get to bring whatever squad we want to bring, really. I think that the Vanguard level 3 is probably a good pull. We'll bring a Vanguard Alpha level 3. And then, do I want to bring, like, a Ranger? We're a little short on energy damage, is what I'm thinking. In our troops. You know, I just want to have a nice variety of abilities here. We could bring another Vanguard Alpha. We could just bring another big robot, because big robots are awesome. Yeah. Big robot's too awesome to ignore. And I think these are the right canticles. Let's do it. Novistians 922. Knowledge will ever be a blessing and a curse. We have uncovered the tomb of this world's overlord, and it will soon be awake. It seems there is but one course of action open to us. Haste equals no, Lector Dogmatis. Tomb of Szaregon equals triple plus potential. Enough. Videx is right. I return equal parts determination and horror at the knowledge Overlord Szaregon lies within. If there is anything I have learned at the altar of the Omnissiah, it is that this Xenos must die. Statement acceptance, if that is your will, Magos. My will does not matter. It is the will of the Omnissiah. Although that's only true because I decided it was, so sort of is still my will. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get in here and punk some Necrons. Harder and more explosively than we have ever punked Necrons before. Szaregon is the catalyst, Magos. As he stirred in his sleep, so the Necrons began to wake. Now he has risen. Every Necron on this damn planet is climbing out of its sarcophagus. That is why it has to be done now. High value target profile, fragmentary. Overlord Szaregon capabilities unknown. Reanimation probable. Xenos weaponry probable. Extreme combat capability probable. I would say that we have a little bit of that ourselves. I expect Szaregon to be more than the equal of anything we have faced on this world. But it would be the gravest dereliction of my duty if we left this world with the Overlord alive. Hunt solution calculated. Speed, Fury, Faith. Code Venator Omega. Dog time. You know what time it is. It's time for the dog metaphors. They're coming. Wait for them. It's all my Skitarii can do to keep a foothold in the tomb. We can get your cohort inside, but that's it. If the will of Mars is with us, that is all we will need. There it is. The hound's hunger. The spear yearns. The hunt is on. Baying and etc. Okay, so I said and etc. There's no reason for us to explore anywhere that isn't a mission room, right? We should just go straight to the end. Also, it looks like maybe it is going to be all 3 of the remaining bosses at the same time. So that'll be exciting. But like, there's no value in going here, right? We don't care about Blackstone. I guess there could be cognition, but also it could punch the awakening meter and we could end up with the final fight being harder, so...
Such precocious ambition for such a young and insignificant race. Like insects with pretensions to build palaces from dirt. What do you think you will do with your weak, fleshly bodies and your fanatical devotion to gods that never were? What do you imagine you will make of this galaxy?
I feel like we should keep walking while they're talking, because they talk very slowly. We could probably have been upon him by the time he finished saying this. The voice of Overlord Szaregon booms from every voxcaster and comlink in the tomb, creating a deafening crescendo that is nonetheless undistorted and clear. Oh, I'm actually going to answer. Okay. We will advance the human race to a species as perfect as the machine. We will exterminate all Xenos and rule as the sole lords of the galaxy. Or we will build an Imperium that will never fall. Well, this is ridiculous. We could potentially be sole lords of the galaxy for a time. If we say this, he might like us better, as he's probably got some strong feelings about the perfection of the machine. I think this is also most in keeping with the Adeptus Mechanicus. This is in character.
What do you know of the machine? Your terror of innovation has left you enthralled to decay and ignorance.
He's not wrong.
The rusted hulk of Mars is a monument not to the machine, but to your own slow death. The Necrons have attained the perfection you seek, and will ascend to heights still greater when you have all died out.
Okay, that seems all correct. I agree. Alright, whatever. My suspicion is that was going to be the result no matter how this went. I doubt I was going to be able to talk him into surrendering or anything.
Every moment I learn more about you, the more I understand how to hate.
Wow.
This rage, this disgust that you feel at everything different from yourselves. That is what I feel for you. What quality, what virtue do your kind have that makes you deserving of anything but extinction?
Man's got a point. I'm still going to shoot him, but he's right. The words of Lord Szaregon transmit to every soul in and around his tomb, intrusive thoughts that seem to originate from the thinker's own brain. Oh no, we're being incepted. The determination to conquer the stars, not actually a virtue. Unshakable piety and faith, you know. Our resilience in the face of constant threats of extinction. Okay, that's something. That's something, we got that.
How can you understand your own extinction when you your light is snuffed out, it will be as if you never existed.
I mean, what about all the weird half-machine corpses we're gonna leave? Those will still be around. Well, parts of them. Oh no! Agonizing screech data fills the noosphere, as if to demonstrate the inadequacy of human resilience. The cohort reels, ears bleeding, augmentations overheating. Feels a little bit like the Master Hallway from Fallout. There's a glyph right before the end. Hopefully it will be some glyphs that we know. Fortunately, our health being low is like a total non-threat. Hypothesis. Council chamber / audience hall. The magnificence of the tomb of Szaregon reaches a crescendo in this chamber, where the walls are encrusted with statues of Necron lords, each with eyes glowing with some inner power. Concentric rings of hieroglyphics cover the floor. Well, I mean, we should probably, you know how I do. It would definitely be in character to do as much damage to the chamber as possible. We could pray here, or we could examine the chamber for useful resources or intelligence. This is probably the right thing to do. Breaking stuff is mostly about getting Blackstone. Let's do this.
Such fatal curiosity, like ignorant animals peeking from the lair of a predator. Of all your failings, it is this that will kill you.
I'm way more worried about the failing of being vulnerable to Gauss weaponry. Okay, that was not even really a downside. That was pretty whatever. Ah, man, I wish I remembered what this glyph did. I don't remember this one at all. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's do it. Let's see the thing. I'm definitely nervous. I can feel it, Magus. The unholiness of this place. The corruptive heart of Silva Tenebris. Run analysis interrupt. Noosphere infection. Corruption. Contamination. Speculation. Hatred / inhumanity. Given form. Hey, what's inhuman about hatred? There are not words enough in all the scripture I have stored to prepare us for this. High-value target confirmed. Oh. You're not even... Okay. I can't do his voice. Listen, listen. The voice I've been using for Faustinus is as far down as I can get. Magos Faustinius, I see you do not come in person. No matter. When your pawns are dead, I shall deal with you next. Nothing is beyond my reach. Certainly not you. Overlord Szaregon, yours shall be the fate of all Xenos. Extinction at the hands of a species you underestimated. You have tried to break our spirit, but you failed. Now it is our turn. I will show you what it means to know fear and stare your annihilation in the eye. And we will show you what happens when you cross swords with humankind. And then we're gonna just keep hurling threats at each other for another 20 minutes or so. But then I swear, swords and whatever. See, that's a good example. I don't want to act like this is a big deal. I think this game, the sin I'm about to accuse this game of, I think it is committing to a small degree. It's not a big deal, but it seems often to be the case in games writing that people feel like more writing is better writing. Because, like, that exchange there that ended with two back and forth, like, verbal fencing things, they each could have said just one line and it probably would have had more impact. Impact slightly reduced, actually, by having them speak for longer, I think. You know, it's not a big deal. I just wish that people who wrote for games believed that brevity was the soul of wit. Alright, so we got some pillars here, which are actually showing up as red, so probably they will have some effect during the battle. And then we got some bosses and stuff. We'll figure it out. What right have you to tread this planet? It was ours before you crawled from the swamps of your homeworld. So it looks like we're going to have to take these two bosses together and then fight Szaregon.
Warfare is in truth
Sure, sure. How come only one of them gets a voice? Oh no! He's reclaiming my cognition! That actually sucks! I don't like that at all. I needed that. Okay, so this is Manarius, who is certainly in position to charge one of them and let him have it. Do I want to... I kind of want to servo-skull one of them, because I don't know their stats yet, right? It looks like we're going to get all of our turns, and then maybe all of our turns again before they act. That Necron initiative thing might only be active for a single round. I'm gonna get aggressive here. Game's kind of framey right now, and I'm not sure why. Anything? No, okay. There's other platforms. Presumably, if you get here with all of the bosses still alive, the other two are on these platforms. Alright, show me what's up with this dude. I don't need him stealing my cognition every turn. 5 energy shielding, huh? That's a shame. Well, so I could run real deep. Presumably, Szaregon's going to come out of there after I defeat these guys. So we could run real deep and get this. Spend 2 cognition to gain 3 cognition. Seems probably like an okay idea. And then I don't actually have a way of breaking his defenses at all. So I'm just going to have to accept that he's taken 5 points off of everything. Yeah. There are some other people who will not be as harmed by this. Well, 25% crit chance. A crit would be really cool here. That was pretty close to max damage. It might have been... No, it was 2 points short, because remember, we do 2 bonus damage with Machine Spirit attacks. That was good. Good crit. Okay. So I think I'm going to run over to him and hit him with the Mechadendrite, although I have to be careful, because obviously opportunity attacks are an issue. But we need all the cognition points we can get here. Give me your knowledge. This is Oriokus. Do I want Oriokus next? Yeah, I guess, because he can just go super hard and spend all of our cognition and then refill us. So we're going to break this other guy down first. God, look at the size of his guns. That dude looks loaded for bear. Do I want to run around here? Maybe not. Oh, these are attackable. Interesting. This is some Neftusk nonsense. We'll worry about later. We have a guy to kill over here first. I'm going to leave this alone so that we still have a bank of cognition even if we manage to blow through everything else. Which is not impossible. Alright, power field generator. And let's start doing it. Can I cone him from here? No, I could really cook Manarius if I wanted. That'll show him. He's always making fun of my boots. It looks like the macro stubborn might do it. No reanimation protocol or anything. Just very, very low danger, some of these guys. Well, we may as well come over here and give this guy a poke. A couple of pokes. Do I want to... I probably want to servo-skull him. What is your deal, anyway? Oh! Okay. I assume we reduce the amount of armor by breaking these things. Let's find out. Alright, I think I'm going to save his Cognition Mechadendrite, and then we're just going to overcharge here. Alright, so you need to shoot this thing. I'm going to assume it has 30 health and no armor. Which means that he won't be able to kill it. We could call a troop in, I guess just right on top of it to punch it some more. No reason not to. Although, actually, maybe we should call the troop in over here to punch this one. Oh, except I won't be able to give the order then. Yeah, we'll drop a robot here. And then I can have him attack it right now. I can buff him up. I don't know if I want to spend the cognition on that. Is that worth doing? Actually, one thing I'm kind of curious about is... Can we Mechadendrite this? Yes. Okay. In that case, I feel very comfortable commanding our troop to fight. So I did... Unfortunately, a very unknowable amount of damage. Like, super unknowable. I'm going to buff this guy. Give him the ability to run at the enemies a little bit more effectively. We're just going to buff up. I really want this thing dead. Yeah, sure. Let's go all the way on it. Okay, so that got burned out. Oh, it just dealt 10 damage straight up to him. Okay, I thought we were going to have to reduce his armor and then fight him. Okay, so if we kill 3 pillars, he just dies, it seems like? That's pretty cool. I don't think I want to use any more points with you. You... Oh, there isn't another one over here. Shoot, I should have moved this guy, darn it. Well... Alright, I guess you just get to run forward. I guess he's got to be over here to fight with Szaregon later, probably anyway. Alright, Jeremiah, you got some job. You got some job? What am I even saying? So we'll pop the power field generator. Is that necessary? This thing probably has 30 health. So 10 damage. Yeah, it probably is necessary, huh? 10 plus 8 plus 6 plus 3. With the power generator, I can kill it this turn. Without, I can't. Okay. Because we could launch Szaregon, right? We can deal with Nephtusk this turn, have Szaregon get free, and then still fight him with all of our actions next turn, potentially. Honestly, with as much damage as our attacks do, it might have been worth it to just try to force it through him. Oh, can I Mechadendrite this thing even though it's dead? No, okay, I gotta run over and do the other one. But I will do lethal damage to it. If we had taken the canticle that allows us to ignore armor, going after him would have been really easy. Alright, let's break this down. Jeremiah, you're the best. He's real good. Alright. What's up now? I assume he's going to show up. Here we go. Very space robot Dracula. Kind of feels like there should be noises on that, though. Alright, destroy the target. Well, he gets a turn right away, and then he's going to get another turn at the beginning of next round. Not ideal. I could just run up on him for 1 cognition point. I think that's probably worth doing. Do I want to heal everybody? No, I probably want to save Benediction for next turn. Yeah, I'm just going to run up on him. Get my opportunity attack available. This is how much I fear you, buddy. Just 30 health, huh? Something tells me it's going to be a little more complicated than that. Are there any sources of cognition still available? Because we have no other use for my servo-skull. Nope. Okay, I guess we're waiting until next turn. Ah, yes.
Your fate was decided thousands of years ago, yet still you fight. What fury there is in your ignorance.
I mean, that sort of describes the Imperium of Man. Oh, he's a teleporter. What a coward. Okay. Let's mess this dude up. So, we have the ability to cast a Canticle on the cheap here. The Canticle that gives us cognition points is way better now than it used to be. I think we're going to do that. I'm going to overzealous myself up some more cognition points. I don't know why we had to zoom over to him to take advantage of that. And then I'm just really going to let this dude have it, right? He has no armor. So I heavy phosphor blaster? 5 to 7, 7 to 9. Even with the +3, the heavy phosphor blaster is going to be the one. So we'll cognition freedom. Blessings for all, of course. We must always see what effect moves have on Jeremiah. He is the heart and soul of the team. And then, the next attack deals 12 bonus damage? And I just really let him have it? Like, he's almost gonna die from this. Get to a position where I can definitely hit him without hitting my friend. 20... Oh, no. Okay, I'm not quite hitting Jeremiah. 25 to 27, not bad. Oh, he's not even gonna run. Well, then I just kill him. I assumed he would teleport again like a death mark. It must be more complicated than this. Well, the check mark did fill in. Nope, I just got a bunch of achievements. I guess that was it. Wow, really unimpressive for a final boss. Just 30 health with no gimmicks or anything? Overlord Szaregon collapses, raw data spilling from his ruptured war form. The information howl that goes up from the tombs of Silva Tenebris is an awful death wail of utter abandonment. Many reports from the planet are mentioning Necron squads are locking down into guard protocols that make little strategic sense. It appears they are not able to think on their own. Szaregon and his lords must have been delegating orders all this time. And since this is the final dialogue box of the campaign, they really went hard on the comma splices. It's like, hey, remember how we hate punctuation? It is done, brothers. The threat has been ascertained and neutralized. My neurovaults overflow with relief and exaltation. Mission complete. I mean, it feels like there's going to be something else, doesn't it? By the thrones of Mars, I never thought I would witness such a thing. The scriptures were true. There are horrors in this galaxy that only faith and steel can overcome, and that we should be grateful we shall never fully understand. Statement disagreement. There will be plus others like Szaregon. Possibility equals worse. Clean every datum equals never be unprepared again. Enough! Our work on this planet is done. The Adeptus Mechanicus can decide what is to be done with Silva Tenebris now. I wish to return to Mars. I wish to rest. Rest and pray, Magus. No, you know what? I'm just going to rest. I'm not going to pray at all. ++ study data recovered. Secrets still to be uncovered. Imperative. Always learn. Always seek. Never rest. These are matters for the future. For now, let us return. Prep the Adeptus Mechanicus for warp transit. Consecrate the dead, comfort the wounded, and leave this accursed world. Okay, the Overlord of Silva Tenebris has fallen. The threat to the Imperium dies with it, if indeed it was ever truly alive. My cogitators whir with exultation. My emotional containment overflows, and I register true savage... Okay. Read faster. Videx curses that Silva Tenebris and its Xenos works are left intact. He promises to voice his disgust to the Archmagi of Metallica. Scaevola laments that I did not permit her to loot the Necron libraries for their forbidden secrets, and plans a pilgrimage to Mars to consult with the secret masters of her order. I indulged neither of them, for it is not my place to decide. Perhaps Silva Tenebris will fall into decay and obscurity, or perhaps another will come to destroy or plunder what we left behind, etc. Those are fast enough to read if you're like just looking at them and reading them. Reading out loud is always slower. And then the credits. That's it. So, I know that there are multiple endings. I'm not sure exactly what we would have had to have done to indulge either Scaevola or Videx. Maybe just complete their personal mission lines, but maybe it was like tracking my Scaevola and Videx points from my decision making. If I had burned more stuff, then maybe we would have gotten the Videx ending. I don't know. We might come back to this and try it again. I know they're talking about the devs are talking about patching it to increase the difficulty, rebalance things a little bit, and once that's done, this might be worth another look. But I think for now, that is going to be it for us for today and for the series. I had a good time with this. Come back next week for more new stuff, and we'll see you then.